What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another cooking video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to make some pizza. First we're going to do make the dough from scratch. We got 3 cups of 00 flour. You can use all-purpose, but the 00 flour just gives you a much better texture. Usually my go-to. So next you want to do is you're going to take some warm water, a cup and a half. We're going to mix a teaspoon of dry active yeast in there. We're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. But we're going to give it a quick stir just to make sure it's all dissolved. To make sure it does its thing. You know, you want to get it nice and dissolved. You'll see sometimes it'll start after about 5 minutes, it'll start kind of coming to life and moving around. So if you see something going on in your water, it's good. You want it. If nothing's going on in your water, your yeast is dead, and you might want to go get some new yeast. From there now, you're going to put some salt into the flour. Make sure you season your dough. Don't skip on a salt. It's very important. Your dough will be flavorless if you don't put salt in there. Very important step. So now it's been about 5 minutes. We're going to mix in our liquid into the dough. Then we're going to throw some nice olive oil in there. Also important, you want to get a little bit of fat in the dough. It's very important. And then next you want to, you can use a spoon to stir this up, or if you have one of those KitchenAid mixers, those work really well too if you have a dough hook. But sometimes you just got to go old-fashioned. Just get your hand in there, get dirty. It's going to be very sticky. Little trick is rub some flours on your finger and it helps get rid of some of that excess dough off your fingers. Now we're going to roll it out. Now it's time to do some kneading, some work. You got to work the dough. This dough is a little bit moist, so we kept having to add a little more flour than I would like to. But that's just the way it is. You just keep going. You'll notice that once the dough stops sticking to your fingers, generally means you're good to go. But you just keep working it till it gets that. So like I said, no longer tacking your fingers. It's good to go. Next, we're going to take a oiled up pan, drop her in there. We're going to let this proof for, I like proofing it for about 2 hours. You can get away with doing 1 hour. One thing you can do too also is put it in the fridge for 24 hours. Take it out an hour before you want to make your pizza. Works really well too. This one I had a little fast. This was a little bit less than the 2 hours I like. So it's just over an hour. I was kind of running out of time. So it didn't proof as much as I like it, but it still turned out really well. So yeah, I just work it again a little bit. It's kind of damp. So we're going to put a little more flour in there. Now what you want to do is separate into like small portions that you're going to want to make your pizzas with. I like mine really thin, so I'm using a roller. You can do it by hand. But, I like mine, like I said, I like a really thin dough when I do mine, really thin crust. So get a little stretch with your hand. You can tell, too, when, it's nice and mixed up and you got some good gluten structure, you can pull it pretty good and get it pretty thin without it ripping apart. Now you want to stretch it out an oil pan sheet. Now, I don't have a pizza stone or anything fancy like that. We're just I just got a regular ass oven, so as most people do. So it's just an easy way to make pizza at home. Now we got some crushed San Marzano tomatoes. The key, you can use any kind of plum tomato really, but if you can get them San Marzano, it's where it's at. It's the best flavor. Now we got some Parmesan, mozzarella, and then some prosciutto. Also got some fresh mozzarella we like to use. It's like the different textures of mozzarella. Pro tip though is soak this in some paper towel, put it in like a fridge for at least an hour. It pulls on a lot of that moisture. It's going to stop you from having a soggy pizza. So go Parmesan first. Don't be shy with this. Fresh grated Parmesan is the key to a delicious pizza. It really is the best. So don't be shy. Go heavy with this. This is the flavor maker. We do that hard mozzarella. Like I said, I like doing hard mozzarella, and then the fresh mozzarella gives you 2 different kind of textures. It makes for a great pizza. But you don't have to go too crazy with this. Just put a few little pieces of the fresh mozzarella on there. Just like I said, to give it a different texture, a little different levels of flavor. A little more Parmesan for good measure because fuck it, that's why, because I love Parmesan. I'm going to put some of that beautiful prosciutto on there. Nice little bit of saltiness, and it'll bake up really nice, give them a little crunch to it. Just add another little texture and just some flavor. You can put some basil on there. Unfortunately, I didn't have any basil at the time, so So it doesn't really, like, it's really up to you. But next up is one of the key to the best flavor. It's just some diced up garlic in olive oil. I did this when I first made the dough. I put that together, let it sit for at least an hour. Stuff is flavor country. Do yourself a favor. Garlic is the best. Load it up. Don't be shy. More garlic is better. And when you bake the pizza, it's going to bake out really nice. You're not going to get a raw garlic flavor. It's going to be like a nice sweetness when it bakes. Trust me. Do yourself a favor. If you're a garlic junkie like I am, do this. It's the best. It's a game changer. Next, while you're doing all this, make sure you preheat your oven. I like running it at about 480 degrees. The little man approves. The little bear there, checking to make sure everything's up to code. He's excited. He has no patience. He wants the pizza now. He doesn't want to wait, but it's okay, little guy. It's coming. So like I said, 480 degrees. My oven's kind of old, so not the best. If you have a convection oven, you'll actually probably need less. I run it about 15, 20 minutes. Like I said, if you have a newer oven, better, you could probably get away with doing 15 minutes. Mine is a little bit older, but that's after about 20 minutes. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah, nice and a little bit golden brown. Let that cool for a minute. And slice it and eat it. There you go, roll it out. It's time. Yeah, at this point, everyone's waiting. The little man's hungry, so he needs to eat. Look at that, beautiful. Enjoy. Honestly, super easy. Don't be shy. Get in there. Make your own pizza at home. It's fantastic.